Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some information about Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. Kind of nasty day today for old ZNOG, and due to their update that they sent out. As soon as that update came out, it went from 17 to 18 cents to as low as about 13, and we finished the day down about 19%. And so I got the email and I was wanting to check it, but I was busy, so I just went ahead and checked the stock price instead, and I saw it coming down and I said, oh boy. Oh boy, not too good. So we're going to get into that. We're going to look at the charts. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on where it's going to go moving forward, my thoughts and opinions on the update, and kind of my plan moving forward for that. So if you like these updates, guys, if you appreciate me keeping you informed, make sure that you like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. So we're going to dive into the update from ZNOG. All right, guys, so this is as of October 3rd, 2022, MJ2 and Israel update. Dear Zion supporters and shareholders, as we enter the Jewish holiday season, we are encouraged by the result of our recent testing operations, particularly with respect to the lower of the two prospective zones we perforated near the final drilled depth of the well. This lower zone, which is approximately 20 meters in thickness, is our primary zone of interest. Although we are encouraged, more work remains to be done, and we have no assurance that the zone will produce hydrocarbons in commercial quantities, or whether that the well will ultimately prove to be successful. We are currently facing a downhole obstacle in the form of heavier water influx from the upper zone, inhibiting the potential flow from the lower zone. After consultation with outside experts, we plan to isolate and neutralize the heavy water influx by procuring a 4.5-inch packer and installing it below the heavy water zone and above our primary zone, but we have no assurance this procedure will be successful. Following the annual operational hiatus for the next few weeks of Jewish holidays, we plan to begin operations to install the packer and test flow rate of our primary zone. We'll continue to provide updates in accordance with good corporate practices and all legal requirements when we have definitive material news. We continue to give thanks to our loyal shareholders and supporters who make all of this possible. Sincerely, Rob Dunn, CEO. Okay, so not the update that we were obviously expecting, but we did expect an update, right? We talked about that yesterday on my video. Said that, people are getting impatient. People are screaming at each other, cursing each other out, saying they're selling their shares. That's typically when ZNOG comes out with something, because we also start reaching out to them, asking them what in the heck's going on. And so here we go. All right, so a couple things on this here. So, it says we're encouraged. We are encouraged by the results of our recent testing operations, but we still can't assure you that this is going to be commercially viable. We still can't assure you that whatever we're doing to finish out testing is going to be a success, right? So, in my opinion, I mean, that's a little scary. It's still kind of up in the air. I know some people are going to be 50-50 on it. Some people are saying, well, screw it, I'm buying more. Read between the lines. And other people are going to be like, man, screw this. I've been playing around with these people for too long. Should have sold it 42 cents and bounce out and take their money. Okay. And rightfully so. I mean, because there's with those comments of saying, well, hey, we're going to continue to do this. We're going to continue to try to get these zones finished out and testing done, but there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to actually have this as a commercially viable well. I mean, they don't seem too confident, in my opinion. However, they wouldn't be continuing to, go forward with this on the flip side of things unless they, in a sense, were confident. Okay, they're just not sure that this is the procedure that's going to get it done. All right. So in this comment here, following the annual operational hiatus for the next few weeks, we plan to begin operations to install the packer and test the flow rate of our primary zone. So what in the heck is a packer? So leave it to Zion to not tell you everything and really explain what they're doing. So I'm still making us do our own research. Production packer. Production packers are an integral part of the completion process of an oil or gas well. These are devices that seal the tubing or casing annulus and force their produced fluids from the well bore into the completion tubing. Production packers consist of slips that prevent packer movement and a sealing element that provide the sealing cushioning. There are various types of production packers available, out of which prominent ones are permanent packers, retrievable packers, hydraulic set packers, also called a mechanical set packer. Others use production packers apart from providing sealing tubings or casings or other uses of production packers apart from providing sealing between tubing and casings are to prevent downhole movement of the tubing string, support tube weight, helps in improving production and well flow rate, which is what they're going to do, prevents the metal annular casing from corrosion, limit well control to the tubing at the surface of the safety purposes, and hold packer fluids in the casing annulus, which can be used during well service and maintenance operations. Production packer operates on a basis of its 4 key features: slips, cones, packing element, and mandrel. The slip is a wedge-shaped device with wickers on the face. Because of the design, the slips can easily penetrate and grip the casing wall when the production packer is set in a position. The cone is beveled in such a way that the inner portion of the slip can rest on the cone. Once the inner portion sits on the cone, with the help of the setting force, the cone pushes the slip outward, making a firm grip and penetration of outer portion slip into the casing wall. Once the slips have anchored into the casing wall, additional applied setting forces energizes the packing element system and creates a seal between the mandrel packer body and the inside diameter of the casing. Okay, so I'll link this article in the description below if you want to take a look at it, but pretty decent little information there. So yeah, so that's where we are, guys. Like they said, a few weeks away after the operational hiatus for the next few weeks, so you can sit tight for at least a month. I can tell you now, you're not going to hear jack squat from these people all of October. I can almost guarantee you. And we talked about the potential of it going down to 10 cents. Now the potential has increased so much. I mean, this week you may see 10 cents. You might see lower than that, which is kind of amazing. So let's take a look at the charts. Let's see what they're telling us. All right, guys, taking a look at ZNOG gas ticker symbol ZNOG on the 180-day 4-hour time frame. We did break below that 1671 level, and I had a lot of volume on the selling side of things. Obviously, stock market's always going to be an overreaction to the upside or the downside. In this case, the downside. And it looks like our next stop is potentially going to be about 10 cents. Okay, and typically, I mean, in my opinion, the 10-cent mark is where a lot of people are going to come in to buy in. So you can make anywhere from 50 to 100% on a swing play if it does in fact get to that level. So just kind of keep that in mind. We are not undervalued just yet, but we will be if the selling continues. We did cross over from bullish to bearish on the MACD indicator and the RSI. If we go a little bit lower, probably or I guess about 12 to 12.5 cents, we'll be undervalued. And if we get to 10 cents, we'll be super undervalued or oversold, which will eventually will pop our heads back up, because that's whenever people usually come buy in, is when they see it, undervalued or oversold. Okay, overall thoughts, guys, is the good thing is they're encouraged by their findings. The bad news is they can't, they're trying to fix the problem, right? They're saying, okay, there's a lot of water pressure where we really need to get to test the flow rates. That's the good news, is they're coming in to fix the problem. The bad news is they're like, we don't know if this is actually going to do it, and if we can't, then that's going to suck, because they're going to deem that MJ2 is not commercially viable, and then I guess what on the MJ3 I don't know. So we'll have to just kind of wait it out and see, and wait like we've been doing, and continue to wait and just kind of sit tight. So the thing about this, guys, is you're going to have to make a decision on, do you want to buy more at these levels? I've been saying for the past couple months, only way I'll buy more is if it hits the 10 cents. And I'm not quite sure if I'll still buy at 10 cents, just because I'm not 100% sure. Just not sure exactly what's going to happen at this point. And I'll make that decision in about a month, in my opinion, is because I think that we'll probably go to 10 cents, and that'll be our new floor, and we'll just kind of consolidate back and forth, and then maybe kind of nibble here and there, every 2 weeks, maybe at the end of the month. If it's still at 10 cents, if it's hanging there or a little bit lower, I may come in and buy some more there. But worst case, maybe use it as a swing play, because like I said, it's done it several times where it goes to 10 cents, it pops to 20, went to 10 cents, went to 30, went to 10 cents, popped all the way to 42. So I think you're going to see a lot of support at that 10 cent level, in my opinion. However, I can see why people are frustrated at this point. I can see why they're kind of, on the fence about what to do. Should I pull my money out and just kind of wait, or whatnot? And but on the flip side, I'm not an oil field expert, so this could be completely normal as far as what's going on. But a little frustrating that now we're going to have to wait about 4 more weeks for some type of clarification on what the hell is going on, or if the test is, shows that we're commercially viable. We'll have to just wait it out, and kind of go from there. So I was obviously disappointed of the update, in the sense that, dang, I wish we'd have kind of got more positive news. However, I was still pleased the fact that they actually communicated with us. But again, I'm going to state this again, and I'll stay firm with that. I don't think you hear anything for at least a month and a half from the company. So, get comfortable with whatever you got, in my opinion, and we'll just kind of have to go from there. So, all right, guys, that's all I got in this video. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.